this. If we can get up to 100 likes, I'll sing La Cucarachas. That wasn't a very good rhyme. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? I did want to talk about Cardano. Cardano is hot right now. Cardano is moving. Actually, right now, we're looking at my BlockFi account. We're doing a quick BlockFi check. That passive income keeps coming in. Please check out the link down below. This is a lot of people don't talk about how much of passive income you can earn with this. I'm earning the interest in Bitcoin, earning the interest in Ethereum. If the crypto scares you, you can do it with stable coins, US dollars. I do always mention though that these accounts are not insured. They are not FIDC, not SIPC insured. Anyway, let's get on to the topic of the day. The topic of the day is Polkadot. I know you're all here to talk about, calm down. I'm kidding. It's Cardano, though I do love me some Polkadot over here. All right. So the great Detroit rock sitter, Detroit rock. Oh, you know what? Most of you probably don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, the great Gene Simmons of KISS, Detroit Rock City. That's what I was trying to say. You know, I might have ate a little bit of a Target gummy. Anyway, the great Gene Simmons, if you don't know who he is, shame on you. He started like free press for Cardano ADA. Cardano ADA is a great project. Good for him. I'm glad he got in. He tweeted out the other day that he bought 35,000 Cardano, and I'm like, come on, brother, you need to step up your game. I'm bigger. I'm small time, small potatoes over here. I own more than you. I think it got under his skin because the next day he said he bought $300,000 in Cardano. So good for you. Anyway, I want to talk about, excuse me, why I think the pump on Cardano is so early. I do think. Okay, first of all, let's get this out of the way. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I currently have a very big bag in Cardano. I believe in Cardano. It's actually my second biggest holding right now behind Ethereum. And the way Ethereum's lagging behind, we can take a look at the spreadsheet in a bit of my holdings. I kind of wish I would have put less into Ethereum and more into Cardano and more into Polkadot and more into Binance because, man, those things are ripping and running. Anyway, so one of the reasons, let's hop over. So one of the easiest ways to buy Cardano is in Binance, right? It's one of the few exchanges in the United States where it's really easy. I know there's KuCoin out there. I actually have not used KuCoin. I was just checking it out before the stream. One of the problems that look like with KuCoin is you can only use a debit or a credit card. You got to be really careful with that. I mean, there's a lot of cash advance fees you can get hit with and things like that. I don't know if they have other ways of doing it, but I will be talking about ways to easily get into Cardano before the pump happens. I mean, before the real pump happens. I think we are still very, very, very early to the game. I started buying Cardano heavily around 30 cents. I've been buying it all the way up. You know what? Let's buy a little bit on stream today because I still think it's a really good price. It just hit all-time highs today with the price of $1.19. And then, I was taking me a little nap today, and during that nap, looked like there was a little chilly dipper in the market. There was some big wicks all across the market. It looks like Ethereum down to 1,800. Cardano had a little dip. I mean, how could you complain that Cardano had dipped from down to $1.08 or $1.05? That thing was what, 80 some cent yesterday until Detroit Rock City. My boy Gene started tweeting it out, and I think there's going to be a lot more of that to come. So again, as I mentioned, the easiest place to buy Cardano is Binance. So in the United States, you can only do that with Binance US. And then, of course, Binance is worldwide and is the biggest exchange in the world. The biggest exchange in the world. It is, in my opinion, one of the best exchanges because it has the best fees, especially if you have some Binance dollars. You can turn on a setting that says use Binance dollars for your fees, and it's really cheap. So the problem with this is the pump is just beginning, and Binance has, I think, around a 15-day wait just to get your KYC done. and then you have another day to get your bank account funded and etc. So you're looking at, right now, there's a lot of people still trying to get in, and a lot of people have started this KYC with Binance. So I think you're going to continue to see a steady stream of people getting their KYC. And I imagine even worldwide, even the world non-US Binance is the same, really long wait times on the KYC. So I think that's why it's still early in general for the crypto markets. A lot of people are still trying to get in. I mean, you can't do this on Robinhood. You can't do this on many other exchanges. So I'm going to show you how to do it if you're lucky enough to have a Binance account. And then I'm going to show you ways to do it if you don't have a Binance account. And I've done it, and it's with another exchange that I actually like a lot. And we can discuss that. So over in Binance, you can buy it with your different pairs. You can buy it with BTC and USD primarily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy it with my bank. I'm going to buy $500, but I am going to have to, I can't show you the whole process because I don't want to show you my bank account. But what you can do is you just kind of come over to this home screen and you say you want to buy a coin, buy some crypto. And then you can see all the different cryptos you can buy. And finding Cardano is usually the hardest part because I don't remember if it's ADA, Cardano. It's not alphabetical, man. I mean, what's going on here, Binance? All right, so anyone see it? There's cause. I mean, it's here we go. Cardano ADA. All right, so I don't have any USD balance because I don't have any coins over there. So one of the downsides to Binance, I don't know if this is different non-US, is that I can only do 5,000 max at a time. That's okay. We're not going to do 5,000 a day, but I have wanted to do more in the past. So what I got to do is hit this where it says USD, and it's going to take me over to where I can choose my bank account. So I'm going to do that in a second, but I don't want to show that screen. So 1 second, boys and girls. We're going to do a little loop. All right, so I'm gonna hop on over. This isn't rocket surgery. You don't need to see it. So so then it comes back, and then unfortunately it still shows my screen, but on the screen you just enter a amount. So I'm gonna put $250. We're going ham over here, right? This will be just a little small dollar cost average in. It goes to your next screen. It's easy. It shows you everything. How much is, I mean, it still shows my bank account, so I don't want to put that on screen. One-time purchase, the cost is $1.14 per ADA. I am buying 248. I'm getting a little old. I need my glasses. Right around 250 ADA. Confirm purchase. Boom, boom, boom. And it's going to go through. Is gonna go through. In progress, great, and it's gonna show up. And put this back on. So great. That's great, Tom. I don't have a Binance account. What the hell do I got you covered, right? So Kraken is another great exchange. I have links to most of the stuff down below. I don't have a link to Kraken, kraken.com. Spell it with a K, Google it, you can figure it out. And if you have it, so you are going to need something like a Coinbase account. If you don't have a Coinbase account, really easy to set up. Start to finish, under 30 minutes, an hour if you're drunk, right? You got to do your little KYC. Unlike Binance, you can get your KYC done almost immediately. When it comes to this stuff, I say it all the time, use high security. What I like to do is I have one email account that is nothing but my stock exchanges, my bank accounts, and all my different crypto exchanges. That is the only thing that goes to that account. It's highly secure with the YubiKey. I mean, I really lock that thing down. And so that way, you got your other account with all this different spam. Stuff's easy to get through, but you watch your little, this account's it, man. You pay attention to every email that goes in there. You don't use it for anything else, and you make sure you keep that secure. You make sure you keep all these exchanges secure for the ones that you use YubiKeys or you use Google authenticators. Make sure you lock them down. Binance has really good security. You really have to whitelist stuff when you send it out. Excuse me. You have to whitelist stuff. They have anti-phishing codes in your emails, and you have to hit authentication codes all the time so you can. Oh, Great King's Rap. How you doing, brother? I haven't even read the comment yet, but I'm sure it's nothing but lovely praise. How you doing today? So you said yesterday 0% chance of Bitcoin hitting 55K and Ethereum to get this. Dude, like, did you not hear the part where I said every time I think it's gonna happen? Okay, first of all, I don't know. I never. I have no idea when something's going to hit a price target. No one does. It's just pure guessing. But I clearly said the reason for me saying this is every time I think it's going to hit a target, it never does. So this time I'm going to use reverse psychology. I'm glad it did, man. Are you kidding me? Have you seen my spreadsheet? I want it to go to the moon, right? Anyway, let's get back on track. I did buy some. I just did buy some Cardano. We did buy another like 250, which is all good. So the other one's cracking. Let's pull up my desktop. And so here's the thing. You can get into like Coinbase super quick, right? You can get an account up and going on Coinbase pretty quick. But what I do want to say is I'm not sure offhand, like once you buy Ethereum. So you either want to buy Ethereum or buy Bitcoin and then send it over to Kraken. So Kraken's the same thing. Create an account over there, set it up, and then get your Kraken account set up, and then that way you can send Ethereum over there. And then on Kraken you can buy Cardano ADA. And I also like Kraken a lot because that's where I buy my Polkadot. I have Polkadot over there. I've staked my Polkadot. I'm earning 12% interest. I'm currently earning. I started a spreadsheet of the passive income. Here we go. I'm currently earning a couple $100 a month. And it's coming in Polkadot, right? I'm earning a little over 1 Polkadot a week, so it's great. So I'm not going to go through all the steps of how to set up accounts, but you want to do the same thing. Kraken and Coinbase, get your account set up. Maybe you already have one. If you're in like Robinhood or what have you, you're kind of stuck. You can't send your money out yet or what have you. But what you do is you set up your Coinbase account, then you buy some Ethereum or you buy some Bitcoin. It's kind of up to you which one you want to do. You buy it and then you come over here and then you hit the send button. So say you do Ethereum, you can change what coin you're doing right here. And you say you're going to send Ethereum over to Kraken. I said, now this stuff's a little bit scary. I mean, I can't help you with that. It does get a little bit scary. You don't want to make mistakes. You want to make sure that you're sending an Ethereum to an Ethereum address, a Bitcoin to a Bitcoin address. It can be a bit nerve-wracking. It could take 10, 20 plus minutes, depending on how, like, for example, how congested the Ethereum network is. But like I said, I think the Cardano pump is just beginning. I think it is going to go to the moon just because of how backlogged Binance is and how hard it is for people to get into Binance. Me personally, I need to do reverse psychology again. I think there's 0 chance Cardano hits $2 by the end of February. I think there's even less than 0% chance that Cardano is $3 plus by like April. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to Kraken. And then like you can hit this little Kraken sign up here that takes you to the main page. And Kraken's a little bit, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit confusing at times. You got to really kind of like move yourself around and kind of figure things out. But you can come over here and pick, because I have balances here, but you got to come to, I think funding if you don't have anything might be the best way. Yeah, so you can come over here to funding. Deposit, and there might be some games you have to play with like whitelisting your addresses, but you'll be able to get into ADA a lot faster than your 15-day wait period if time is of the essence to you. And I think 15 days, there's no telling. I mean, Cardano could be 50 cents, but I think it's going up. So you're going to want to deposit, right? So you're going to want to deposit Ethereum. So you can click on this right here. And this is an old address, so I would click generate, and it's going to create an address like this that you want to send your Ethereum to. So what you do is you copy and paste that, you come over to Coinbase, you would enter your address in here, right? So you would enter your address in there, and then you can put a little note or whatever, and then you would send it, and you would enter your amount. So say you want to, you could, right now it's in ETH, so you could click send all. I mean, I would have to enter a valid address, and then you could hit send all, and it would send all your ETH, or you could pick right now it's on a dollar amount, or you could switch it over to how much ETH you want to send. Send it over to Kraken. You wait, you pray you don't make a mistake. I was knocked out of my cake at 13, bought at 5. Yeah, so what's going on, crypto? How you doing? Hey, be sure everyone hits the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe. I do live stream all the time. I live stream market open, 6:25 a.m. PST. Today we're talking about one of my favorite cryptos, Cardano. I love me some Cardano. I have a ton of Cardano on the Daedalus wallet, earning me very good passive income. So what's up, man? Did you have a stop loss on it? You got to be careful with those stop losses. I personally don't use them. I've already gone on record of thinking I think this bull run is going to go a lot longer than everyone else is saying. I've got my reasons for it. The main reason is liquidity. Liquidity is king. Anyway, today we're talking about how to get Cardano. Sounds like someone like you, crypto, knows how to buy Cardano if you've got cake, because cake takes a little bit of work. You don't buy that on Coinbase. All right. So we're over here and we're waiting for my ETH to come over, which I didn't really send any. And I already have ETH on here, but what you can do, you can come up to right here and you can see right now the market's on 88 ETH right here. You can pick all the different ones, right? So it's actually, and I'll show you on the mobile app too, because it's actually a little bit easier on the mobile app. But you have to set up an API key to your mobile app, so that might be a tough one for some guys and gals that aren't very good with technology. Anyway, you come over here, you can pick your little pairs, right? So right now you can click here's the different so Kraken XBT is Bitcoin. So if you were using Bitcoin, you would come over to 88 Bitcoin right here. But or for example, I did ETH. So I've actually bought Cardano with ETH on Kraken. And so you would come over here and here's all the ETH pairs. You would pick that. And then you would click trade. And I'll show you in a second why the app's a little better. So they have simple, intermediate, and advanced. You could probably go with intermediate being the easiest, and I actually do have ETH here, so I could trade this if I wanted to. So you're going to choose an amount of ADA you want to buy. So you kind of, I don't know why they don't have it here like they do. Oh, I think they do on the advanced. So if you go to the advanced, let's take a look. Maybe they don't. Say you kind of have to know how much ADA is. It's $1.12, $1.13, and how much you want to spend. So say you want to spend, say you want to buy 500 in ADA, and then you would just tab down, and then the limit price. See, I mean, this is kind of a pain in the butt with the web. So limit percent, no, ETH. Maybe it was easier on intermediate. So let's try 500. And then you switch it to market, and it'll show you how much ETH that's going to cost you, 0.28 ETH. And you could put it on market or limit. So if you hit limit, it gets a little bit confusing because you got to know what limit price. So you would want to take this number possibly right here and put it in your limit. And you'll see why it's going to be a lot easier on the mobile app. And then you also have your options here you don't want to mess with, because this is going to be leverage trading. Anyway, you would go buy ADA with ETH. It'll tell you you're going to buy 500 ADA, good until canceled, how much ETH it's going to cost, the fee. Doesn't really say how much the fee is, it looks like. And then I can submit, and the order is going to happen. I'm actually not going to do that right now because I don't want to buy Cardano with my ETH right now. So another way, let's pull it up in the app real quick. So in order, So I did put a link down below how to set up the API in Kraken, and it's not that hard, really. It goes through the steps, and you want to make sure you have the official Kraken app from the store, because there could be fakes out there. But you're going to give the API access to your mobile app, and then you're going to install the mobile app, and it's going to say, so as you're setting the API off, you can set it to show you the QR code. And right when you first open Kraken, it's going to say you can scan a QR code. You scan a QR code, and then it automatically gives you those rights that you make sure you follow those steps, so you don't give your API too much, too much permissions to do stuff. And then let's pull this up real quick. All right, so we're gonna come over here to Kraken, release the Kraken. I watch this guy that has a farm up in I don't know, Maine or New England or something like that. He always releases the ducks and says, release the Kraken. I get a kick out of that every time. I know it's silly. All right, so you're gonna come over here, and these are actually all my favorites on the markets right here, because I just like to see what's going on in US dollars. But you can come down here and it's the same thing. You can come down to Ethereum. So Ethereum to Bitcoin, Ethereum to BTC, and you can actually like favorite those, but you're gonna wanna come down to Cardano again. So this one does it by volume. Cardano is looking at $1.09. All right, so say you did Bitcoin or Ethereum, you're gonna come here. Way easier on that. See what I'm talking about? You go to new order. You can, they got these numbers right here. You can see them, the 25, the 50, the 75, or 100. I like these a lot because you can say, I just want to use all my Ethereum, or I just want to use 50% of my Ethereum, or I just want to, right? And it's going to show you how much in Ethereum pair you're going to be able to buy with ADA. And then you're going to click the buy button. Or no, you go to the limit price. You tab down on the limit. And then you can see down here, it says best bid or best ask. So if you hit best ask, as long as that doesn't change too much, you're gonna have a better chance of getting it immediately. You know, you gotta go through the screens and stuff, but if you hit best bid, it's still a really good chance, especially if it dips a little or whatever, and then you would just hit buy ADA. And then here we go, it tells you what you got. You got limit buy. I'm going to buy 705 ADA. That's how much ETH it's going to cost. And your fees, does it give you a better? Yeah, so the fee amount, it gives you a better idea of how much your fee is. So it's very, very minimal fee, to be honest on this. Board shooting. Hi, mate. How you doing? Thanks for asking, buddy. How you doing? Be sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Again, I do stream all the time. I love, the thing I love doing the most is just hanging out and talk to people. So board shooting asks, what you say about Reef? Great question. Let's talk about some Reef. Is it a good investment considering the scam rumor? If not a scam, you think it has good potential? Good question. All right, so there we go. I just wrapped up how to buy Cardano, and we discussed why I think it's still early into the pump. I will continue to probably average into Cardano, continue to buy it, continue to accumulate it. And so let's move on to board shooting question about Reef. I own Reef. Let's take a look. Let's pull up the spreadsheet. When it comes to these lower cap stocks like Reef, you got to be concerned. Any one of them could be rug pulls. I personally don't think they're a scam, but the chance of them being a scam are possible. As you can see, it's less than 1% of my portfolio. I want to say I own about $500 in Reef. So you gotta be a lot more cautious when it comes to these. I like a lot. I think Reef is going to be very good, but just don't YOLO it and don't go all in. If you're Look, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I think Reef has tremendous, amazing potential. It's on the Polkadot network. I love the Polkadot network. It's one of the reasons I bought Reef. Again, I kept it small. They have things like NFTs on the roadmap, but at the end of the day, I mean, they're going to have to perform. One of the reasons I like Reef so much, on top of being on the Polkadot network, is it's really kind of it's kind of hard to buy, especially for your average investor. It is so early to this game. I mean, you got people like Cardano, right? That it's not going to be easy for them to buy because they're going to have to go get a Binance account, and that takes time. A lot of people in this crypto market, all they have is a Robinhood account, right? And they've just bought them their Bitcoin, and they're starting to get that fever. And now they want to branch out to some of these altcoins, right? Well, guess what? Reef's even harder because you can't buy Reef on Binance. I think you can buy Reef on Binance, but you can't buy it on Binance.us. So that's still a lot less liquidity. You can't buy it on Coinbase. You can't buy it on, I don't think you can buy it on Kraken. So it's hard to buy. And so the place to buy Reef is on Uniswap. And that's where I bought my Reef. And it's a little bit of a challenge curve for people new to the game, but that's how you can really earn a lot of money. If you can find the coins that you buy over on like Pancake Swap now, that's really hot, and I want to get me some Pancake Swap. Actually looking at doing like some yield farming over there. And I'm also a huge fan of the Binance smart chain. Anyway, so you have to connect either your MetaMask wallet or your Coinbase wallet. The Coinbase wallet's what I did. I put me some Ethereum over there and went to some Uniswap. Said I wanted to buy me some Reef. Boom, boom, boom. It was done. And now I have Reef in my Coinbase wallet. So here's the deal. On top of the Cardano network continuing to explode, you can see my percentage of profit on Reef, though, is the worst out of everything I own by like. And I've owned it for a couple weeks now, so it's still kind of lagging behind. So I'm pretty sure it's available on Binance, but I know for a fact it's not on Binance US. So that means it's probably coming to Binance US. And I've heard rumors that it's coming to Coinbase. And that's another thing. The rumors are out there, and there's evidence out there that Cardano is coming to Coinbase too, right? So again, in the United States, I had to buy it on Uniswap. That's a barrier to entry. It's a lot harder for people to get. So yeah, man, I like Reef. I think it has amazing potential. I also think there's a possibility it's a scam. So just make it small. Nothing wrong with you know what? I don't have a Ledger Nano. I'm still kind of new to cryptocurrency. And I'm really learning a lot of it. I mean, I've cut on quick because I am an engineer, and that's one of the reasons I've fallen in love with it. There's no doubt in my mind it's the future. I have a degree in business, so I'm not an idiot when it comes to business either. And it makes my head explode to think about all the possibilities. I haven't gotten a Nano yet. I'll probably get one here pretty soon. For one, just for my Cardano, I have a ton of Cardano. And you can stake your Cardano straight from your Ledger Nano, right? So anyway, I don't have one yet. I do not know if Reef can be saved on there. I kind of doubt it, to be honest, but maybe. I really don't know. I know to even buy Reef, for me to buy Reef in the Coinbase wallet, or if you do it in MetaMask, you actually have to copy, and that's where you got to be really careful. You got to make sure you get their public address right. You got to copy their public address into your wallet before it shows up. I can pull up my Coinbase wallet, I'm pretty sure, and we can see my Reef bag. Maybe. All right. So I also bought Engine over there. I bought Engine and Reef over at Uniswap, and I currently have 10,000 shares of Reef. Yeah, so I like Reef a lot, man. It's only $300 or $400. So do you trade by? Nah, man, I don't. So I don't really. I mean, I'll look at RSI. I don't pay a whole lot of attention with technical analysis. I'll look at like trend lines and stuff, but I don't spend a lot of time. Let's pull up the desktop. I don't spend a lot of time with RSIs. I mean, you see, I have an RSI up here, but me, I'm more of a. So take a look. Take a look at my portfolio. Most of it's. We got 25% in Bitcoin. We got 30% in Cardano and 33% in Ethereum. And then it goes down to 5% in Polkadot. Honestly, I wish I had more Polkadot because I like it a lot. And then Binance, same thing. I like that one a lot. Those are long-term hodl positions. It's very early. I'm not going to worry. And I have enough weight now, and I've already made enough money. Because in the stock market, most of my trading's via options, selling options, because it's greater than a 50% chance. Already made good money there. Actually, I've already made too much money, and I know that's first world problem, but I made too much money because I didn't have an easy way to buy Bitcoin when it was other than Robinhood, and I had some over there, but I was ready to buy a bunch more, and this was in like November, December, and I just knew it was going to explode, and I was kind of waiting on Tastyworks to get it added, and they kept slacking. So I just said, screw it, man. Bitcoin was at like 20,000, and I knew it was going to moon. I mean, as much as anyone can know. And I yellowed the Bitcoin future, which is 5-to-1, and that went really well, and it continued to do really well into the beginning of the year. So you add that up plus my salary, every time I take profits on a trade now, I'm already at like 30% tax bracket federal and 40% state. So it kind of depends on your situation. If you're doing, if your account's much smaller and you're not going to be impacted by taxes as much because you're not stepping up into the higher tiers and you're not in California where the state tax is just off the charts, and you're trying to build up a smaller account, then yeah, I would definitely be trading a lot more frequently. But right now, so you can see my overall portfolio in crypto is up 81%. I'm doing really well. I'm not quite sure, maybe 300% or 400%. I want to take my initial investment off the board, just pay my taxes on it, which is going to suck, and then put that into real estate. I'm going to buy another house, most likely. I'm already looking. Rent this one out, buy another house, start branching out to different forms of passive income, other than things like dividend portfolios or earning percent. So I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity going forward in crypto to continue to get recurring revenue and good solid things like Polkadot and Cardano. Again, Polkadot's paying 12%, Cardano's paying 5%. I'm earning 6% on my Ethereum and BlockFi. Again, link down below. 5 is it 5.25% on my Ethereum and 6% on my Bitcoin? That's currently, we take a look at my passive income. So I'm not looking to scalp. It's too hard, man. For me, like, again, if I sell, I need a 40% dip to even buy back in and cover. And it's hard, man. It is hard to scalp, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto. A lot of times crypto could be really crazy because there's a lot of manipulation there, and you can really get wrecked. Or you think you're doing it, you sell your Bitcoin, you think it's going to dip, you think you can buy cheaper, and the next thing you know, Bitcoin's 20,000 more. So for me, when it comes to crypto, I'm trying to lock these in for long-term capital gains, and I'm not really, other than trying to get my initial investment back, I'm going to hold this mostly what I have now till the next halving beyond. I'm going to deal with any ugly bear winners, and then by 2025, hopefully I'm so wealthy I won't even care, right? That's my goal. And in the meantime, look, I'm at current Bitcoin, Ethereum, Polkadot, and Cardano prices. This is the recurring monthly revenue I'm earning, and I think that's easily going to double. I'll talk in future streams on why I don't think the bear market's going to be as bad in the past. Again, hint, liquidity. It's a lot different this year. So that was a very long-winded answer to say, no, man, I don't really trade on RSI. I just, I buy mostly good blue chip stuff. If you want to be the safest, the extremely safest out there, obviously, I think the answer would be Bitcoin. But again, if you're just getting started and you're trying to build up No, there's nothing wrong. I would personally recommend, again, not a financial advisor, you take a set percentage of your portfolio, kind of like what I'm doing. The stuff in my BlockFi account, I don't plan to touch that, period. I'm just going to let it continue to do its thing for months and years, right? So take a certain percentage and do the same thing. Lock that into stuff you love, like whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, what have you, and just continue to let that grow and continue to dollar cost average in. Watch your expenses. I recommend things like Truebill. I was able to, it'll tell you like, Tom, dude, what the hell, man? You're spending $600 to $800 plus just on fast food, man. I cut that down to like $200-300 a month, eating healthier. Now I have $500 a month, the dollar cost average, into any stock or crypto I want. Just watch your expenses, buckle down, put, a good solid percentage in your portfolio into stuff like this, lock it in for long-term gains, and then take some of it and then day trade with it, have fun with it, learn with it, and that's where you go. And then even smaller percentages in your things like Reef, but Reef could be 100x, where Ethereum, 10x is, going to be pretty big move. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Again, hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons. I will be I will be back tomorrow, 2:55 PST, 5 minutes before the futures opens in the stock market. We can talk about any cryptocurrency you want. We'll see what's happening with the NASDAQ futures, all the different metals futures, the S&P futures, and then I'll be back 6:25 a.m. PST. Be there, be square. Monday morning to trade the market open. Love you guys. Peace.